This is how it used to look with the lake in the middle. All of
That
Mexico
little
City.
stone in the middle that says Tenochtitlan, that
Yeah.
was the fake islands that they built, and you can zoom in here.
Yes, oh, that's where the centre. Yeah, it's like a whole country, not just the city.
And you can see how this main island was made of man-made small islands
Oh yes.
linked together.
Then they have the pyramids.
Very center.
Yeah, this is the only part of this. So this is the part of the city where they kept all here. They see the rocks and everything. This is kept from the ancient civilization. It's been untouched. Yeah, look at that. That's the proper Aztec. These don't exist anymore in the centre.
No. So that,
Yeah.
I think that is that one, and
Yeah,
then this one is the cathedral.
Okay, because I want to see that thing in the middle. That looks really
that's completely destroyed.
Destroyed.
It was
Ah.
too strong of a symbol.
Yeah. But this thing here is one of those.
Yep.
Just crumble down.
Yep.
Wow. That's cool though. Very rarely do you find a city where they kept the original untouched.
And once again, you can see the feather snake.
Oh yes, you can. Quetzalcoatl, as it's called.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's kept in a major city. We never find
two
it.
heads over there.
Yeah, you never find this outside. You used to find this kind of stuff inside in a museum behind a glass cage. But this is all outside. That's cool. And this is the last thing. Palace of Tiles. I usually thought this would be in a big... this would stand out, but this is right... We were just walking through a bookstore and we just came straight to this. It just came out of nowhere. Little secret place like this are the best. Yeah, look, everyone's dressed up in Mexican... authentic kind of way. Look at the way this goes upstairs like this. They have other paintings. So yeah guys, we've just been walking away from the last place we just stopped. We just did like a 45-minute walk through the blistering heat, and when they have the god here that's everywhere. Or even we passed some buildings and he's even on all the buildings. Quetzalcoatl, the serpent, furry serpent god, the dragoness god. And this is the Aztecs claiming over the Spanish claiming up from the Aztecs. Because saying how the Aztecs and the Mayans are so similar. And this place, my friend mate was just saying that served as an entrance to Mexico City. This place served as an entrance to Mexico City because all this before it, all this was lakes and mountains, and this was the entrance before it expanded. Get a sound name. But yeah, we just passed on the buildings and all the, even the rough areas, which weren't as rough as I thought they would be. But yeah, all the shops and everything. But in between all the shops and plazas, they have a place like this. It's huge. I was just saying to him, we've walked all day and we haven't even done 0% yet Mexico City. So you can live in Mexico City for your entire life and you still won't see everything. It would take a lifetime to see everything.
Like that is the city center,
Yes.
and now we're around here, and all of this was the lake.
Okay, so the whole city was just one big lake?
Yep, there was all of these mountains, and then water running from these mountains created this lake. It was a shallow lake. It was maybe 5 to 8 meters deep.
Yeah, you can see how rocky it is now, uneven it is, and that's why even the cathedral you felt like you were going to fall over.
So when the Aztecs arrived, they were able to build all of these little fake islands all around and build a dam. So all the polluted water was in one way and they were living in the fresh water, and build islands and pathways to go to.
That's what it used to look like when it was just the pyramids. That was Mexico City in the center.
Yep.
Before, and then when the lake dried up, they built everything on top of it. And this is all Mexico City now.
This right here could be the cathedral, the very city center.
That we were just at,
and where we are is this little path that connected the island, like the fake island with the mainland. And that's why we have
why we have that entrance to Mexico City. Cool. Cool, yeah, the most underrated city in the world. You never hear anything about it. Yeah, they have these murals everywhere. This one is facing the other mirror on the side of an apartment building, which has Quetzalcoatl, the snake god. But this one is more goddess. I think this one looks like it's about virtue, the other one looks like it's about vice. Yes, this feels like back there it felt like I was in Rome. This feels like I'm in Myanmar or Bhutan or some kind of Asia with the architecture of China. In the opening scenes of Mortal Kombat. It's completely empty. Since it has the 5th biggest population in the world, I think it's only 400,000 less population than Sao Paulo. So I think they both have I think it's like 20 million or 48 million or something. I think that's why. Got a sunny name. Wow, pictures and videos don't do this justice. You don't find anything like this in the. It feels like I'm back in Italy again. Look at the white, pristine buildings. This is right in the city centre as well. Like just outside here is rustle and bustle. Like usually the streets in Argentina look, everywhere in Argentina look kind of rustle and bustle, smelly kind of cities, and run down. But right in the middle of nowhere, you just find this place. Yeah, real Mexican style. It's so peaceful. Look at these oranges growing in these trees. I'm not sure if you can pluck them, but this is like a little heavily in the middle of nowhere, and this is only 0.1% of what Mexico City has to offer, because it's so big. This just goes on forever. You never hear anything about it. People never talk about it because I don't think they want the foreigners ruining it. Yeah, Prague is. When I was in Prague, I found like a little park every now and then like this, but it was much more gothic. It was all gothic and dark and tried to look goth-like, but this is all sunny and the opposite of it. They have water sprinkling down from there.
Small islands.
Yes, this is how it used to look like that. Yeah, that's the pyramid that was in the centre.
Yeah.
Where the cathedral was, where we just were.
Yep. And then this was like the main path to go into the city.
Mm. And then all this is Mexico City now, aside from the outskirts.
And
they have
even the big avenues still survive to today.
Okay.
Avenue Tenochtitlan.
I'll have to go there then. I bet that's like Avenida Paulista in Sao Paulo. I bet, is it like a big avenue full of shops and everything?
Like Avenida Paulista would be more like Reforma or Insurgentes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is still a very important main street. It's just an older street, so lots of prostitutes.
This is a cool sport they play. Never seen this sport before in my life. But they play, it's like squash against the wall, but with the hands. Ah, nice one, man. That's this, here with the hands. This is really cool. It's with a tennis ball, so it's bouncy as well. I don't like court for it as well. First time I've ever seen that. Okay, now we're in the real centre, guys. This is the most touristic part of all of Mexico City. And you see, it looks like Rome outside. Yeah, these are actual meteorites that fell on Mexico City. Looks like they've been bronzed though, but I thought they're replicas, but no, these are actually the meteorites. That one is huge over there. And as you go outside here, this is the most touristic part of all of Mexico City. And as you go outside, here, yeah, this is the centre. You still see the mountains in the distance. This is the real centre, and it looks like Rome. Like I said, like some parts look Italian. Like San Francisco, the little trams here. This is where you come, but I've still not seen one foreign person around Mexico. I'm not seeing one white person. Which is such a shame because it's really probably the most underrated city in the world. It's the mountain distance there. The meteorites here that fell. I can't pronounce all the names. Like, all the these are 3 of the ancient kings. Like the gods, all the names are. It's like being in Rome. I never thought Mexico could be like this. Much more than Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires is known as the Paris of South America, but I think they should name Mexico City the Rome of Central America. This is the main cathedral of Mexico City. My friend was just saying, my mate was just saying that it's the biggest one and the most established one, you know, that everybody knows, but he said it isn't the most spiritual. It doesn't feel spiritual to him, which is right, because the other one was like on the top of a hill, like built on top of lakes, and you entered and you felt like you're rocking back and forth. And this one and the other one had like paintings hundreds of feet high, but this one just feels like it must take the whole thing took 100 years to make all those golden statues, but this one is mainly for tourism. Yeah. Everyone's super quiet, super duper quiet in here. Not the main cathedral. This isn't the Cathedral de Guadalupe. I was in my room before. This is the main cathedral of Mexico City, and it is huge. It's the biggest one. But look at this is where all the main tourism comes. Now this is the Cathedral de Guadalupe. I don't know if for the other place we went to Guadalupe, the Palace de Guadalupe. But yeah, here I thought they have yerba mate here. I thought this was it, but they have herbs like they do in Paraguay. But here, instead of drinking them, they use them as smoke, I think, and they have like look, that thing from Apocalypto. Here, the gods, I was just saying, they have a lot of people, a subculture people, who still believe in the religion, in this Mayan religion. You know, and they worship it and they follow all the rules like they did in the Mayan days, like the people just there, and they sometimes do shows and they dress up and everything. But also it includes, it's a religion of giving pain to yourself to worship the gods, which means they have to, you know, pierce their tongue, pierce their ears, like when you see the people in the Apocalypto, they have pierced ears or pierced tongues, and they also have to pierce their penis, the tip of the penis as well. Which my mate was just saying here that he couldn't do, and neither could I. I don't think anyone could. Many people can, but I understand that. I think they pierce their tongue with like every morning. I thought it was just like for decoration once in a lifetime. But I think they said they do it every morning. They pierce the tongue with cactus. And this is the Palace de Guadalupe. This is the main cathedral of Mexico. The main cathedral of Mexico. Cathedral de Guadalupe, is that it? No.
There's nothing like Cathedral of Guadalupe.
Oh, is that
the Basilica of Guadalupe or the Cathedral of Mexico?
Oh, Cathedral of Mexico, okay. I thought this is it. Sorry, I meant to do it for my dad, but yeah, we were in the Guadalupe, we were in that place before. But this is the main place where everyone comes. You see it's really crowded. For the 5th most populated city in the world, I thought it would be much more busy and occupied, but it isn't. This is the most busiest place of the most 5th populated city in the world, and it's not bad. It's not as bad as some places in Rio de Janeiro. You can walk here, and also Mexicans love their spice food because I just had watermelon, which is good for the the penis and the sexual diet because it helps blood flow to the penis. Like I said, like porn star diet, like I always have, and but also they put salt and lime on top of it. They make everything spicy, even watermelon. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so you're saying the Spanish came and they didn't consider they had a soul?
They weren't sure if indigenous people had a soul.
Had a soul, okay. when the Spanish came here. So this was all created for the Mayans.
No, for the Spanish.
For the Spanish, all right. Oh, they weren't sure if the white people had souls.
No, like if the indigenous. If
Oh, the
any
indigenous had souls. Okay, that's why they have the square for them to wait outside, and then they have this place here for them to wait in the corridors or whatever. For
To get baptized, and then you could stay in this area.
Yes.
But past this area, you needed to be Spanish.
You need to be, okay, you need to be Spanish. But once after a while, they proved that they did have souls.
That stayed
like-
like that all throughout.
Oh, still
colonial
that.
times.
Oh, colonial times. Okay.
Like indigenous people were mostly not allowed into churches, or some churches, like
Okay.
this one.
You mean indigenous people like the brown color?
Anyone originally Mexican,
Okay.
like the Mayans, the Aztecs.
That's a shame because they made this country and then the Spanish took over and they considered you don't have a soul.
And that was a big debate, because if they didn't have a soul, then they could be enslaved.
Yes.
But then the Pope decided that they did have a soul, so
Yeah.
they could be treated like children.
Okay. Look at this, guys. This is like the square. I can imagine. It's like this. If you play Final Fantasy 11, it's like the treasures of art are rule. And dances all around, and this little colonial square. This is where the indigenous people had to be outside because they were considered to have souls. Those are the ones that made the country. I think that's what Paraguay is afraid of now. The Germans are going to take over.